Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. The wave count is basically in line with the Bitcoin count, just in case you watched the Bitcoin video as well. Let's talk through it because we had a few changes here due to today's rally. So first of all, we have our 1-2 setup still on the chart, okay? So if prices really bottomed here on Friday, the 18th of August, then this would be a 1-2 setup. And in this wave 2, it would have to be a WXY structure. So price would have bottomed in a Y wave. As I always say, this is possible in the crypto market, especially when we have a liquidation event like that. But without evidence, you just can't confirm it, okay? it's just not the most likely pattern, even though it is much more likely in the crypto world to see those WXY structures than in other asset classes. But I can't confirm it until I see a clear 5-wave move up afterwards. All I can do is really point out that potential and then leave people, to deal with it, just in case they want to accumulate already, right? Now, in an ideal world, this wave 2 has bottomed and we're now moving higher in 5 waves, come down, move up, and so on, and would be in a third wave rally. This is the bullish scenario. In this scenario, whatever ETH is doing now, 1650 is holding as support, and we're going to zoom in a minute. In a more bearish scenario, which would be still bullish, but it is still more bearish in the short term, we would simply extend this Y wave lower. So we have a WX and a long Y wave. Within the Y wave, we have the green A, B, C structure. We're basically now moving up in a B wave. And here's where these wave counts are distinct, because in the blue wave count, we get 5 waves up, 3 waves down, and will then rally higher. If the bulls cannot maintain the pressure and we don't get 5 waves up, and instead the 1650 level breaks to the downside, and that is the key level, 1650. If that level breaks to the downside, we're dealing with the green wave count, and we are likely going to see a C wave much lower. I would not be surprised for it to get, I wouldn't be surprised for it to go down to 1300 to 1200. This is lower than what we anticipated before, but that is now because of the assumption it would have to be a B wave if 1650 breaks, yeah? So in other words, as long as the 1650 level is holding, the blue wave count has a chance. Below that level, yeah, it still has a chance, but it reduces drastically, and the green wave count will be in control. And because of these Fibonacci extensions, relationships, and because of my, I've got the idea that honestly, after today, a lot of people will have leveraged up, lots of leverage in the market. If really those stops are taken out down there, below the last week's lows, then I think we deal with a liquidation event, and I would not be surprised to see a flash crash with a recovery afterwards. So it could still be bullish, but it might be something like that, okay? Like in March. So this is higher level. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about that. If we now zoom in and look at the blue wave count, which has to prove itself, yeah? Because it's not an impulse, it's a diagonal. So it would give us 5 waves up, but it needs to hold support, which I just deleted accidentally. So it needs to hold that support level. 1686, 1668, and 1650 is support for the blue wave 4. So wave 3 could be finished at any time, but I have no evidence it is finished. If we look at the Fibonacci extensions here, it reached a 1-to-1 ratio. Wouldn't be surprised for it to push a little higher. 1759 and 1800 are the next targets should it push higher. But again, whatever it's doing, it needs to hold the golden ratio, so 1650 at the moment. This will move up with the price. If that third wave extends higher, the support will extend higher as well. And if it breaks that level there, then we're dealing with the green wave count, which would be more bearish in the short term, because it would be another 5-wave move down afterwards, yeah? That would send price lower, possibly to 1200, 1300. Those are at least the relevant Fibonacci levels down there. And again, I have no B wave top in place yet, but let's assume it has topped. Then, for example, here the 1-to-1 ratio, a very clear projection level, goes into that region, $1,300. Essentially, it will also depend on the subwave structure. We're going to pay attention to that. yeah, that's my update about ETH at the moment. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.